In this lesson, we're going to learn how to create a custom thread chart. Now, these are pretty easy to do in the software once you get a feel for how the tool works. These can be great for creating thread charts that maybe all the colors of thread that you own. You could create a thread chart and include those colors so that whenever you're digitizing in design, you're always going to be able to be utilizing colors in the design that you actually own. And it can be multiple brands of thread inside of one thread chart. You're not really limited to that, and you can add colors later. So if you purchase colors, you could add colors to that thread chart. I'm actually working from a custom thread chart myself right now. As you can see here, I have my color wheel, that's what I called it, and I just added all the colors that I wanted to the thread chart. So it's similar to what the color wheel is for Floriani's thread, that thread set, but I added like black and white and a couple other colors at the end. And so I do work from a custom thread chart, and the main reason is there's a lot less colors that I have to scroll through, and it just makes it easier. And I find that it has the colors that I need. And so some of the other colors that I added to mine were some grays, and then some neons. So you can see that you have the ability to easily create a thread chart and apply the colors you want to it. So let's go ahead and let's create one. So we have the software open. The next thing that we need to do is go to Tools, and we need to go to Thread Chart Creator. But I need a design page open on the screen first. So I have that open now. Now I can go to Tools, and I can go to Thread Chart Creator. And this is going to open up the Thread Chart Creator dialog window, and this is where you'll actually create your thread chart. So the first thing is we need to click New from the color palette here, and then we need to type in the name that we want to use. So we're going to name this one My Test Color Chart, and this is just so it's easy for you. You can find it, you could delete it later, however you want to do that. And so we input that into this color palette name here. And now what we want to do is actually add colors to this chart. And I find the easiest way to do this is to import colors from another thread chart. So what we can do is we can click this import button right here. And when we do that, it's going to open up this import color dialog window. And from here, we can select any of the thread charts that exist already inside the software. So this is great if you own Floriani polyester thread, but you want to make your own color chart out of Floriani poly. You can just click on it right here. And now what we need to do is we need to actually select some of the colors and add them or import them into this chart. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually just click on the first color here. This is the very first color swatch, and we're going to click import. And if I move this out of the way a little bit, you can see that it added a box here. You can see the preview over here. So we know that a color was added to this chart. I can move this all the way off to the side to make it easier so you can see as I'm going here. But what we're going to do is now we're just going to select 9 more random colors, because this is just going to be a random chart. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click this purple. There's 3. Orange is 4. I might want to get a brown 5. Let's do like a kind of a goldish color 6. We can do white, yellow, black. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do a blue color. And this blue right here. Import. So now we have 10 colors in from the Floriani thread chart. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to select a different thread chart. So we're going to go to Isocord Polyester, and we're just going to randomly select 10 more. So let's go ahead, and we didn't do like any greens, so we can do a couple greens here. Just add a few colors here from the Isocord, and it will, give us a good variety of colors here. Again, I'm just randomly doing this, so nothing in particular here. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more, so let's go ahead and select this color right here and import it. So now we have 10 colors from the Floriani Poly thread chart, and we have 10 colors from the Isocord. So this is, a good start to a little thread chart here. Next, we can press exit in this import color section, and it takes us out of it, and we are back into the thread chart creator. And what I'm going to show you now is how to add a color to this, where we can actually specify the settings over here, like red, green, blue, give it a name and things like that. So when we selected these and imported them, it imported all the information about the color code, and those details. But if we want to create one ourselves that we didn't have a color to choose from, now we can go to add color, and we're going to click on this button, and you can see that it added this gray box right here. And notice over here there's no information here, so we're going to actually put that in. So we're going to type in pink for the color name. We'll type in for the code, we'll just say that this is 101. And I'm just giving you some values to go off of here. So 246, and then I'm going to hit tab and go to the green and choose 159. Hit tab for the blue, 247. For the hue, I'm going to put 298.9. I know that's pretty specific, but for the saturation, 86.1, and for the luminance, 79.8. And you can see that this color right here, you can see that it's this really bright pink here, and that's the one that we just created. Next, we're going to select save to save the new thread color chart. So right here, we're going to click on save, and it says that do you want to save this thread chart? And I'm going to choose yes. And now this thread chart is created, so we can go ahead and hit exit here. So the next thing we need to do is actually view this thread chart. So we can come down to the bottom left here and say select thread color chart, and we can choose the My Test color chart that we just created. And you can see that all of those colors are now loaded in for the thread chart. And so it's really easy to create them. I can come back now and change it back to my color wheel thread chart, but it's really easy to create a thread chart if you know how to import colors or type in the values. I recommend importing colors, and if anything, import a color that looks close to the one that you want, and you can change the name of it, name it whatever color name you want to give it. But the important thing is that it's in the right color, the color that looks like what you have. And creating a custom thread chart is something that can save you a lot of time, and especially when you're digitizing designs. And the other thing you have the ability to do is you can convert design colors to a thread chart. So if you have a thread chart that includes all the colors of thread that you own, you can actually select a design and click this button right here, which is match palette. As long as you have your color palette open here, it'll change the colors in a design to closely match colors that you own. And so that's something that you might want to do as well. So don't be scared to create your own thread chart. You can go through this lesson, watch this video a few times, and you'll find that it's pretty easy to create one of your own that has all the colors that you want to use. And so I hope that you'll create your own custom thread chart, and we'll see you in the next lesson.